This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Nashville. This taken in at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well. Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A gain of 3, second down. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. On 2nd and 7, Carr. Being chased out left. Complete. Jefferson the target. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage. And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right. They run again on first down. Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive. I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right? They didn't get the memo. And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Carr now on first down. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 35 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it. And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And Valentine going to sit on. This one, that'll be a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Touchdown! It's complete. K.J. Osborne, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's got this down to the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, 32 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, now Carr. Throw caught there by Osborne. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there. Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Nifty move. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second and goal, Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone. You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. From right side, complete to Carter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain. First down and much more for Henry. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. 63 yards. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game. And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question. Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here.
There he goes left side. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get ready.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Complete. Smith has it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Come to my work.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
is Carr on third down. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Carr. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Carr to throw again. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kevin Farley. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time,
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here 2nd and a yard from the 34. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Derrick Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football. Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. On first down, Carr. This one brought in by Jefferson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Osborne, and he's going to get this inside the 30. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling. So much for being conservative and running that football. Touchdown. That's caught. Justin Jefferson, 29 yards. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can. Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. On 2nd down, it's Henry. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Tannehill now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
55 more. You're not ready. You're not ready. Tiger. Hey, watch the ship.
Tannehill throwing again. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. On 4th down, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Carr going to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Osborne. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. It looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And